All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 489 of the First and Frame Rate Show. We're closing in on 500 pretty quick, aren't we? Yeah, it's pretty quick. Uh, Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And we're going to piggyback on the last episode we talked about when we talked about Marcus Mariota. And we're going to, continue that conversation with Desmond Ridder. If Desmond Ridder gets to play, if he ends up starting for the Falcons, should we be patient? I think this is an honest question that we should have because a lot of people, and I know a lot of people came at me with this saying that if I talk about Marcus Mariota, that means I'm pro Desmond Ridder. It's not necessarily the case. I do want to see what the kid can do at this point because of what, Marcus has done or lack thereof, but I'm not going to sit here and say Desmond Ridder is going to be the savior of this season. I think at this point, it is warranted that we should see somebody else on the field. But we'll talk about that in this episode and give you my thoughts and opinions. If this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Also, you can find me on Twitter. I know some people's asking where can they find me, or some people have been looking for me on Twitter. I've seen a few people message me or just ask a question, on Twitter, like, is this my Twitter account or whatever the case may be. And I'll just, let it be known on the screen. You can find me on Twitter where I talk about things that don't make it to the show or whatever the case may be, and other thoughts and opinions that are outside of the umbrella. Also, I want to thank you guys for the support. You guys are awesome. And I cannot thank you guys enough. The numbers are growing, and it's all thanks to you guys. And if you don't mind, give me a high star rating on this show. Let people know what we're doing over here, and so we can continue to grow. And let's just keep it moving. Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder was a third-round pick out of Cincinnati. He looked like a very decorated quarterback for the spot that he was in. Played some really tough games against some Power 5 opponents. Played pretty decent in those games, but the talent level did show. And even though they made it to the college football playoff, it just did not show. Like I said, the talent level started to show when you got there. And unfortunately, well, I ain't going to say unfortunately, they didn't go no further. Nevertheless, it was a big accomplishment for the team. And a lot of people saying that Desmond Ridder was possibly the best quarterback in the draft. Now you see Kenny Pickett going, you see Malik Willis, you see a couple other guys that were going into the draft or whatever the case may be. And for the most part, the rookies are showing who they are. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to see one particular rookie because the coach of the Atlanta Falcons really wanted to be patient with what he have with Desmond Ridder. Put Marcus Mariota out there. He is the veteran quarterback, no doubt. He knows the system, no doubt. He's, very familiar with Coach Smith. And Coach Smith pretty much let it be known that's what it was. So with that being said, Mariota was out there pretty much all season, 100% of the time. Desmond Ridder did not get any playing time. And now people are calling for a change after Marcus Mariota, in my opinion, cost the Falcons another game. I believe that the Falcons have not benefited from Mariota for the last 5 games. I saw some stat, and I think I put it on my Twitter. Like I said, my Twitter handle is @VFBaller. I put it on my Twitter where the Falcons defense has been holding teams down to 17, I think it was like 17 points a game. And the defense is doing their job. I said this from, for the last few days now. If the Falcons defense is holding the team to less than 17, 19 points, there's no reason for the Falcons not to win the game. None. The Falcons should be when the Falcons, their offense should be on point to win these games when they're scoring over. They should be able to score over 17 points. I kind of got stumped right there. I want to apologize. They should have scored over 17 points. So the defense is doing their job, but I feel like it's the quarterback play. I felt that for a while now. I feel like the quarterback is hindering the team. I feel like the quarterback play is not efficient enough to win games. And when you have a defense that's holding a team to under 17, 18, 19 points, those need to be W's. So with that being said, I feel that if you're not able to do the job, Desmond Ridder needs to come in. Now, if Ridder comes in, should we be patient? Should we be patient with his play? Because he is a rookie. He hasn't seen a lick of playing time since the preseason. So if he goes out there and mess up, should we be patient? That's a tough one. Because you want to be patient with a guy who don't have any experience, who's never been in a full preseason or in a regular season football game. But I'm kind of torn with this because I want this team. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want this team to go to the playoffs. And I know a lot of people will laugh about that, but when you have a defense who is coming of age, who's actually holding teams down to 17 points a game in the last 5 games with the opportunity to get better. I mean, you're probably looking at a team that with the next 4 games that we have, this defense could get better to the point where we're holding teams down to maybe 16, maybe 15 points a game. If you have a defense that can hold a team down to that many points a game, you have a very high chance of going far in the playoffs. And I'm not joking when I say that. You look at all these other teams who had good defenses that won championships, because you know the whole phrase of defense wins championships, they're averaging around this area of points per game. People could talk about how the run game is, whatever the case may be, but defense, how we're not able to stop the run, but points is the only stat that matter. If we're holding a team down, that's the most important stat. And if you get slightly better quarterback play, if Desmond Ridder could give you slightly better quarterback play, we're in there. So I want to be patient with him, but if the defense is doing their job, I'm going to need him, even as a rookie, even with him coming in and actually starting right away, or not even going to say starting right away, but actually him coming in and being a starter possibly, I want him to perform to a level where we win football games. Because it's just because this division is so peculiar and it's so weird the way it's set up. We can win this division if we win out. As weird as it sounds. Once again, that'll give us 9-8. Like I've been saying, we can go 9-8. Go 2 games better than what we did last year. Because this defense has actually been playing pretty good. So I want to be patient with him. But at the same time, we're close to like, look, all Desmond has to do is do slightly better than Mariota, and we can win games. Because it makes no sense. I mean, the defense is giving up only 17 points a game. You get a quarterback there that can complete the passes that Mariota can't complete. You have a really good chance to win the next 4 games. You have a real good chance to win the next 4 games. So, like I said, I want to be patient because he's a rookie. I do. I don't want to give him too much. I don't want to put too much pressure on him. But the next 4 games against the Saints, the Ravens, the Cardinals, and the Buccaneers. In the last 5 games we had, the Chargers scored 20. The Panthers scored 25. And I'm not even going to, like I said, I'm not even counting that 25 because 22 of those points were legit. The last 3 was like in the last 30 seconds of the game. I'm not going to count that. So the defense kind of held them to 22 points. The Bears scored 24. The Commanders scored 19. The Steelers scored 19. So we're actually holding these teams down to a very low points per game. The Saints are a mess. The Ravens may not have Lamar Jackson. The Cardinals, the Cardinals, they're not looking too good. And the Buccaneers, we can get revenge on them after holding them to 21 points last time. All we need is, like I said, this is the balance that I have. I don't know what to think of, what we can do with this whole situation with Ridder. Do you be patient and say, okay, he may go in and play for the rest of the season. We're going to have growing pains. We can have problems. But if he plays slightly better and win these games, we can win the division, go in the playoffs, and you got a defense that's playing this type of football. All Desmond Ridder has to do is manage the game and complete the passes when needed. He doesn't have to do much with a defense who actually right now in the last 5 games who have come on to play very well, averaging, giving up that many points per game. So like I said, I'm kind of torn with this, and that's why I'm bringing this question to you guys. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm just curious about that. Y'all guys, let me know. I really don't have much else to say. I think I said what I needed to say. But before I get out of here, this show is sponsored by BetUS. It's the link, it's the affiliate advertisement for the show. You click that link down there and put in $100 on a wage or whatever game that you want to put your money down on. Put $100 down or put it $100 in, and you get 125% bet book bonus. That means you double your money off the rip, and then you can go in and bet on anything. The upcoming Thursday night game, the Falcons game playing the Saints. If Ridder goes in, you can bet on him individually, see what he can do. Make some money off of that. Put something in there for Christmas. I mean, these type of things is, it's fun to do, but be responsible, but it's fun to do. Click that link down there. It helps the channel, and it helps what we're doing over here. Let me know what you guys think about Desmond Ridder. Let me know what you guys think. If he starts, should you be patient? I'm kind of torn on it because of the defense. I just don't know. Let me know. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give me a 5-star rating on that Apple Star chart. Give me a high rating on any other avenue that does a rating. Let people know what we're doing over here. I can be found on Twitter at VFBaller. Over here I talk about news and other things that I don't get a chance to talk about over here. I'm also on YouTube and Rumble, Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Subscribe to any of those avenues if you want to listen at your leisure. Be your program manager. And also give me some feedback on the Twitter sphere or in the comment section on YouTube or Rumble. Let me know. BetUS, click that link down there. Click that link. Get $100. Put $100 in. Get 125% bet book bonus. And put some wages on some of these games. I'm going to get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Give me some feedback, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.